Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be walking you through some information on how to increase your sales close rate from 80 to 90% for coaches and agencies. This is something that I teach coaches and I teach agencies of how to increase their close rate, and it's not going to be what you think it is. I own apexsetting.com, and we basically build appointment setting departments, and we basically increase the close rate by improving the appointment setting infrastructure. So the first part is you want to shift from qualifying to disqualifying. One of the biggest mistakes appointment setters make is they're trying to book every person who shows interest. High performing setters do the opposite. They actively look for reasons not to book someone. So it's very important in your journey as a coach or as an agency or whatever you do is to make sure that you're not trying to book everyone. You're not trying to fill up the calendar. Many setters and many people pride themselves on being able to fill up a calendar. But if it means that you have a 30% close rate, then it doesn't really mean anything at all. So your role isn't to fill the calendar at all costs. Your role is to protect the sales team's time by only booking prospects who have genuine chance of becoming a client. So what this looks like, look for reasons to say no. If someone isn't committed and they can't invest or isn't serious about solving their problems, they shouldn't reach the sales call. Basically, protect your sales team's calendar. Every poor quality appointment wastes valuable time that could have been spent closing a better prospects. Also, prioritize quality over quantity. 10 highly qualified calls will almost always outperform 30 to 40 low quality bookings of a full calendar. So create a higher booking standard. Not everyone deserves a place on the calendar. Set clear requirements and only book people who genuinely meet them. And this is what we teach our coaches and our setters as well when we train them, is that not everyone deserves a place on the calendar. Your success isn't measured by how many appointments you book. It's measured by how many qualified people you send to the sales team who are ready to buy. The best appointment setters don't chase bookings. They protect the calendar. So the second one is to protect the calendar at all costs, right? A sales calendar is one of the most valuable assets in any business. Every appointment booked represents time, attention, resources, money from multiple people. And because of this, every call should be earned, not simply given to anyone who just shows interest. I see this all the time. Many people, whether they're appointment setters, whether they are a coach or an agency, they try to book as many people as possible. And what tends to happen by doing this day after day is that they have so many calls, but their close rate is very, very low because nobody wants to buy, nobody can buy, nobody wants to commit, nobody has the urgency. So what this looks like is not every lead deserves a call. I've said that already. An empty slot is better than a poor quality booking. You're better off having an empty spot on your calendar than having a shit booking because you've had to pay for that. Because in that empty slot, you can do other work. Poor fit leads create business-wide waste. So low quality appointments don't just waste a salesperson's time, they also consume operational, administrative, and follow-up resources. Measure calendar quality, not quantity. The goal isn't to book the most calls, the goal is to consistently deliver appointments that have a genuine likelihood of becoming clients. So the key principle here is protecting the calendar is more valuable than filling the calendar. Every appointment should increase the company's chance of making a sale, not simply increase the number of meetings. So the lead quality determines the close rate. A sales team's close rate is rarely determined by the salesperson alone. It's heavily influenced by the quality of the leads entering the pipeline. Even the best salesperson will struggle if they spend most of their time speaking to poor fit prospects. As an appointment setter, the quality of the conversations you book has a direct impact on sales performance. Better qualified leads create higher close rate, shorter sales cycle, and more predictable revenue. So guys, it all starts with the level of quality in your appointment setting process. And that's why we build elite appointment setting departments so that we can have the highest level, highest close rate. So what this looks like, book people with a genuine problem to solve, look for people who understand the value of investing, target your ideal client profile, prioritize intent over curiosity. So we're looking for people who not only are exactly our ideal client profile, but they have a genuine interest. They are financially ready. They are emotionally ready. They are mentally ready. You can tell in the way that they're talking that they're ready to start. Okay, so the key principle here is the quality of your appointments determines the quality of your sales results. Better leads don't just improve close rates, they make the entire sales process faster. easier, more profitable. So number 4 is to ask questions that reveal commitment. The quality of your questions determines the quality of your conversations. Surface level questions gather basic information, but they rarely reveal whether someone is genuinely ready to become a client. High performing appointment setters ask deeper questions that uncover motivation, urgency, and commitment. Your objective isn't to simply keep the conversation going, it's to understand whether the prospect is truly prepared to take action. So what this looks like is understand their motivations, ask questions that uncover why they want to solve the problem now, not just what the problem is, measure how serious they are, explore whether they're actively looking for a solution or are they just trying to window shop. You want to make this very clear. Reveal hidden objections, questions about past attempts, concerns, hesitations, help identify issues before the sales call. Separate interest from commitment. Interested prospects ask questions. Committed prospects are prepared to invest time, effort, and resources into solving their problem. So, example questions might be, what stopped you from solving this until now? If nothing's changed over the next 12 months, what happens then? Basically, what this means is that if you're looking for an ideal client, you're looking for someone who actually has urgency and wants to change. Okay, so key principle: great appointment setters don't just collect information, they uncover commitment. The deeper the conversation, the easier it becomes to identify who is genuinely ready to move forward. So many appointment setters will just collect information, see if the person's interested, and then try to offer them a call. But you're not going to be offering everyone a call, only people who are actually genuinely interested and ready. Not interested, ready. So stop trying to sell during qualification. The purpose of qualification is to gather information, not to convince someone to become a client. Many appointment setters make the mistake of trying to sell too early, which often creates pressure and makes prospects more resistant. Your role during qualification is to remain objective, ask the right questions, listen carefully, and determine whether the prospect is a genuine fit. If they are, the sales call will do all the selling. So what this looks like is staying objective. Approach every conversation with the goal of finding the truth, not forcing a booking. Ask questions instead of persuading. Focus on understanding the prospect situation rather than trying to change their mind. Listen more than you speak. The more the prospect talks, the more information you can gather to assess whether they are qualified or not. And also assess fit, not excitement. Someone can be enthusiastic and still be a poor fit based on your decisions on facts. Base your decisions on facts, not emotions. So just because someone seems very passionate doesn't mean they're going to be a good fit. Qualification is about discovery, not persuasion. The best appointment setters don't try to sell. They uncover whether the prospect should be speaking to the sales team in the first place. This is probably one of the best takeaways you can take away from this video. Number 6 is to build qualification standards. Every appointment should meet the same qualification standard before reaching the sales team. Without a consistent process, booking decisions become based on personal opinion rather than objective criteria, leading to inconsistent results and lower close rates. Clear qualification standards ensures that every prospect is assessed fairly and that only the right people progress to a sales call. So what this looks like is confirm problem awareness. The prospect should clearly understand the problem they're facing and recognize the need to solve it. Assess commitment to change. Look for evidence that they are ready to take action rather than just simply exploring their options. Verify decision-making ability. Determine whether they have the authority, influence, or ability to move forward if the solution is right for them. Evaluate overall fit. Ensure the prospect matches your ideal client profile and is someone your offer is designed to help. So the key principle here is great qualification isn't based on instinct. It's based on standards. When every appointment meets the same criteria, the sales team receives more consistent opportunities, higher conversions, and better closing results. So, measure commitment, not enthusiasm. Enthusiasm can be misleading. A prospect may be excited or sound excited during a conversation, but still fail to show up, make decisions, or invest. Your goal is to assess whether the prospect is prepared to take responsibility and follow through, not simply whether they sound interested. So you're going to look for ownership of their problem. Do they understand it? Are they aware of it? Assess their willingness to take action. Clarify their goals and experience expectations. Identify personal responsibility. So this is the main thing here, personal responsibility. The best clients recognize that achieving results requires effort. Enthusiasm creates conversations, commitment creates clients. Focus on the behaviors that indicate a prospect is ready to take action, not just the emotions they display. So number 8 is remove emotions from booking decisions. One of the biggest mistakes appointment setters make is allowing emotions to influence who gets booked. A prospect may seem friendly, enthusiastic, or enjoyable to speak with, but none of these qualities determine whether they're likely to become a client. As I said, every booking decision should be based on clear qualification standards. So what this looks like is don't book because it felt positive. Don't confuse friendliness with buying intent. Avoid chasing numbers. Don't rely on the sales team to qualify later. You need to do all of the qualifying now on the appointment setting. Key principle: qualification should be objective, not emotional. Let's leave it there. Think like a gatekeeper. Appointment setters exist to protect the sales team's time. Not to feed it every interested lead. Your role is to act as a gatekeeper, or even to train your setters to think this way. Ensuring only qualified prospects reach the calendar, every poor fit appointment reduces efficiency, lowers close rates, and takes valuable time away from the sales team. So the more selective you are, the more valuable every sale becomes. Every sales conversation becomes. So what this looks like: filter out the poor fit leads. Don't pass prospects to sales simply just because they showed interest. Make sure they meet your qualification standards. Maintain consistent standards. Every prospect should be assessed using the same objective criteria. Improve sales efficiency. Better qualified appointments allow salespeople to spend more time closing deals. Increase overall close rate. When only the right people reach the calendar, the quality of the conversation improves and conversion rate improves naturally. The key principle here is your responsibility isn't to fill the calendar, it's to improve the quality of every conversation that reaches the sales team. Number 10 is to optimize the system, not just the call. Many businesses focus on improving objection handling or closing techniques, but higher close rates usually comes from improving everything that happens before the sales call. A well-qualified prospect is naturally easier to close than one who should never been booked in the first place. Great appointment setters constantly refine the qualification process to ensure the right people are entering the sales pipeline. So what this looks like is review who you're attracting. Make sure your outreach is reaching the people who genuinely fit your ideal client profile. Evaluate who you're speaking with. If conversations consistently attract poor fit prospects, adjust your targeting and messaging, and change your qualification process. Assess who reaches the calendar. Regularly review booked appointments to ensure your qualification standards remain high. Continuously raise your standards. Qualification should improve over time as you identify the traits of your highest converting clients. The key principle here is a great sales call starts long before the salesperson joins the meeting. The stronger your qualification system, the stronger your sales results will be. This is my website. We build and operate appointment setting departments. That's why we're so good at what we do. When it comes to building and operating appointment setting departments, we recruit the best setters. We build the appointment setting team, appointment setting system, the whole infrastructure of the appointment setting. Many businesses have lead generation systems, sales systems, content systems, marketing systems, but they don't have an appointment setting system, a department that takes care of things. We build that department, we also operate it, and we also train other business owners on how to build and operate their own. So if that's what you want, or if that's what you're looking to do, then click link in the bio or book a call with me in the bio as well. Take care.